क्या है ये लास्ट मिनट का टेंशन, रिविजन के साथ मुझे सॉल्यूशन, रुको जरा ले लो ये डायरेक्शन, सिया के साथ पढ़े प्रोग्रेशन। छोड़ो वो पेजेस जो कंफ्यूज करे, हर सवाल का जवाब यहाँ पर है। अब सपनों के रास्ते और रसाओं में उम्मीद के नए आसमान हुए, चमके जो सितारे तुम्हारी किताबों में, नई सुबह शुरू अब तुम्हारे सपनों में, सिया के साथ सफर है सुहाना, दुनिया की हर राह लगे नजराना। क्या है ये लास्ट मिनट का टेंशन, रिविजन के साथ मिलके सॉल्यूशन, रुको जरा ले लो ये डायरेक्शन, सिया के साथ पढ़े प्रोग्रेशन।
Hello students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. I am Hasham Ali Khan. So this CR Digital Classes will provide a platform which will help the students of BCom, BSc, BBA regarding your subjects. The platform provides you a number of videos and in-depth content of all your subjects. I am Hasham Ali Khan. So today I am on live for Financial Accounting 2 subject. The examination is tomorrow. So just before few hours, I want to explain you, I want to give the complete details regarding the pattern of the question paper, the strategies to be adopted while attempting the question paper. All these things I am going to explain. So be on live, always keep a pen, register, book ready so that whatever I am explaining, just note it down. So in this live class, I want to explain you first of all about the pattern of the question paper, because some of the students may not know about the pattern, and apart from that, what is the strategy to be adopted and what are the important questions on which you have to focus. All these things I am going to explain you, so don't skip in between. Watch the complete live class from beginning till end. So first of all, I want to explain you about the pattern of the question paper. So this live class for Financial Accounting 2, which is in BCom first year, second semester. It is very practical subject, many problems are there, all these things I am going to explain, and the examination will be tomorrow. So you should be fully focused, only important points I am going to explain. I am not going in depth because if you time is very short, so that's why only important things I am going to explain. For detailed knowledge, you have to go to the SIA app. In that LMR SIA app, you can find the complete videos of the whole subject, and all the videos apart from the previous year question papers, important questions, FAQs, all these things you can find in the app. So now, in this live class, first of all, I am going to explain about SIA makes learning easier. Since so many years we are analyzing the past year's question papers, we are helping the students to get excellent marks in their examination by following our guidelines. Because now this SIA app will give you the topic notes, previous year question papers, PDFs regarding the different notes, syllabus, FAQs, all these things you can find in SIA app. So do visit SIA app. Now, marks structure. The question paper is of 80 marks, in which first 20 marks is for short questions and 60 marks for the essay type or long problems. So first of all, 80 marks for external exam and 20 marks for internal. That is already over. Only external we are focusing for 80 marks. 40% is the passing marks. So first of all, 80 marks, 32 marks you should get in this question paper, right? That is 40% of the maximum marks. Now part A and part B. In part A, each question carries 4 marks. 8 questions will be given, out of which you have to attempt 5 questions. 5 into 4, 20 marks. So 5 questions. In these 8 questions, you may get 2 theory questions and 6 problems, or 3 theory questions, 5 problems. Like this, any combination you can get. But last few examinations, mostly problems are more asked for 4 marks also. So be thorough. Simple problems are there. From any unit you may get the problem. From either unit number 1, bills of exchange, or consignment, or joint venture, or non-profit organizations, or incomplete, or any unit, you may get very short questions. In this live class, I am going to explain you in detail regarding the unit-wise the theory question as well as problem I am going to explain. So 8 questions will be asked and you have to attempt any 5 questions. That is in section part A. In part B, totally 10 questions are there. Internal choice will be there. 9A or B, 10A or B, any one you have to attempt. Each question carries 12 marks. So 12 into 5, 60 marks for section B. Internal choice, how the internal choice will be? 1 theory question, 1 problem, or both the problems. We have analyzed the past question papers and come to the conclusion that mostly problems are more asked. Only in 1 or 2 units, sometimes 1 theory, 1 problem. But both theory, very rare chance, only 10% chance is there you may get both the theory question. Very rarely. But normally either both the problems or 1 problem and 1 theory. So theory is also important from examination point. Don't ignore the theoretical part. Apart from that, problems, I am going to explain you problems also in this live class every unit. For each unit, I will explain you what are the theory questions and what are the problems for every unit, right? So here problems, 5 problems and 3 questions are there, 80%. Theory questions are 4 problems, 50%. This is just a guesswork according to our analysis. Now, part B, 60 marks. Essay type questions, 10 questions will be asked with internal choice, either A or B from the same unit. First 8 questions over, the 9th question will be from unit number 1, that is bill of exchange, 9A or B. And mostly in past previous year question papers, we have seen 1 theory, 1 problem. And more frequently they may ask both the problems also. But second unit, that is unit number 2, consignment. Most often they will ask both the problems. So be thorough on problems of consignment. Then unit number 3, joint venture. Again, chances both problems you may get. Then unit number 4, incomplete record. Sometimes 1 theory, 1 problem. But problem is compulsory, remember. Non-profit organization, last unit, unit number 5, both the problems. Chances are there, both the problem. Sometimes 1 theory, 1 problem. That is a structure of section B. In this way, 1 theory, 1 problem, 50%, that is a probability. Both problems, 50% probability. Like that. This is according to our analysis. Now I am going to explain you about how to write the exam, what strategy you have to adapt, so that you can easily cross the minimum marks required for passing, that is 32 marks you require. So if you follow this strategy, definitely you can score good marks. Forget about minimum marks, you are going to get the maximum marks if you follow the strategies. I'm going to explain you about the strategy here. First, 2 strategies I have analyzed. The first strategy is start with part A. Short questions are there. But you should start part A only if you are confident in writing 3 or 4 confidently questions. If you are not confident about writing 3 or 4 questions, you are not sure about those problems and theory, better go for section B. But if you are confident, then only. Otherwise, don't write 1 question from section A, another question from section B, another again section A, section B. That will irritate the examiner. That strategy you should not adopt. At least 3-4 questions if you are, at least 3 questions if you are sure, then go ahead, start with section A. Otherwise, come to section B. If you are confident in attempting the problem, well and good. But if you are unable to solve the problem, go for theory also. But you may get maximum marks in problems. We cannot expect maximum marks in theory. So always give preference for the problems. Now strategy B, second strategy. Start with B questions with the unit easy for you to understand. See here, all the units are not equally, simple. Some units are very simple, some units are a little bit difficult and vast. For example, you can say incomplete records, 4th unit, comparatively, what we have analyzed, what we got the opinion and views of the students. They will think that incomplete records is much easier compared to other units. Similarly, accounts from non-profit organizations, that is also comparatively easy. Bills of exchange, it's a vast unit because so many cases are there. So it's a vast unit, so normally student will say it's confusing, so we'll keep it last. So in this way, you have to see which unit is easier for you, and that unit you have to start. You have to start with that unit which is easier comparatively, right? And try to attempt problems because you can get full marks in problems, but you cannot expect full marks in theory. Always prefer to do the problems. Again, I repeat once again, go and join the SIA app, because you can find my videos are there. My videos are there and so much of content is there in the SIA app. You can get excellent result. Now, if you are not perfect with the problems, so better to attempt all the theory questions. That is the last resort. That is the last resort if you are unable. But try to do the problem as maximum as possible. Now, let's analyze the units of simplicity and complexity. So, according to my opinion, from simplicity to complexity, I can rank the units as like this. Totally 5 units are there. First unit, bills of exchange. Second, consignment. Third, joint venture. Fourth, incomplete records. Fifth, accounting of non-profit organization. From these 5 units, I have given the first rank to accounts from incomplete records, not from my side, but I have taken the opinion of the students. So majority of students says accounting from incomplete records is much easier unit. So I have given first rank. You also try to do the problems on accounting from incomplete record first. Then second rank is given for joint venture. Comparatively, it's a small chapter. Only few concepts are there, few things are there. So you can go for joint venture, second rank. Third rank is non-profit organizations. Receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account, balance sheet for non-profit organizations. Third rank. Fourth rank, you can go for consignment accounts. And lastly, fifth, for bills of exchange. This is the ranking according to simplicity to complexity, like this. But it differs from student to student. Now let's begin with the units. In each unit, I have selected some short question and also long problems. Along with that, I am going to explain you about few concepts also for short questions, right? So now I am going to start the unit-wise explanation. See here, we are on live. So if you have any comment, if you have any query, you can come to the live chat. We'll try to, resolve your query, your doubts. All these things we can resolve. But my suggestion, be connected with this live class. Don't skip in between till the last, because every now and then I am going to tell you the important things which you have to remember. Because this last few hours are very important, very crucial for you. Now, first unit is bill of exchange. The bill of exchange is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. That means this definition is given by Indian Negotiable Instruments Act. So in this definition itself, all the features are given. That is, it should be in writing, it should contain some direction to pay, it's an order to pay, a specific person's name is given and time is given. So all these things are features and which is contained in the definition. So now in 4 marks. In 4 marks you may get a theory question like, what do you mean by bill of exchange? What are the features of bill of exchange? And what is the difference between promissory note and bills of exchange? What is the difference between these two? And apart from that, short questions you may get like, what is endorsement of a bill? What is accommodation bill? What is renewal of a bill? And regarding what is discounting of bill sent for collection. These are small topics. Example, endorsement of bill. Very frequently they will ask in 4 marks. Endorsement means transfer. A bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. Negotiable means transferable. It can be transferred from one person to another person. So that is called endorsement. For example, A has drawn a bill on B. B accepted the bill and returned the bill back to A. Now A has endorsed the bill in favor of C. So this is called endorsement, right? So apart from that, accommodation bill is there, where the bill is not a genuine trade bill, but the bill is drawn and accepted for mutual help of the parties. That is called accommodation bill. Discounting of bill means the holder of the bill can get it discounted with a banker. That can discount it with the banker instead of keeping the bill till maturity. They can go and discount the bill with the banker. The banker will deduct some discounting charges and give the amount. That is discounting of bill. So all these things are the short questions. If you want the detail, again I suggest go to the app. You can get all definitions. Easily you can do it. And these are the short. Apart from that, long theory questions. Long theory questions for 12 marks. Sometimes they may ask one theory. Sometimes they may ask one theory and one problem for 12 marks. So be thorough on the problems. You can ignore the theory. Otherwise, if you are not sure about the problems, be thorough about the theory. What are the theory questions which may be asked in unit number 1? What is bill of exchange? What are the features of bill of exchange? What are the advantages and limitations of bill of exchange? What are the differences between bill of exchange and promissory note? These are the different 12 marks question. What are the type of problems you may get from this unit number 1? The problems like, give the journal entries when the bill is drawn and endorsed. A draws a bill on B, and then after receiving B's acceptance, A has endorsed the bill to C. So when he receives the bill, bills receivable account debtor to B's account. B is the acceptor. So bills receivable account debtor to B's account. That is what the bills received. Now bill endorsed to C. C's account debtor to bills receivable. Like this 2-3 entries they will ask for short question. For short question 2-3. So in this unit number 1, short problems will be asked regarding the journal entries when the bill is drawn and accepted and kept the bill with himself. That means the drawer has kept the bill with himself. Bill is drawn, accepted by B, and the bill is discounted with the bank. What is the entry? When the bill is endorsed, what is the entry? When the bill is sent to bank for collection, what is the entry? So in this way, some 2-3 entries you have to write. 2 entries only, you will get 4 marks. So all these things I have already given the videos in SIA app, but presently also I will explain you one problem, short problem as well as long problem. In the long problem, all the journal entries you have to pass in the books of drawer and also in the books of the drawee, both. Drawer is the person who draws the bill and drawee is the person who accepts the bill. Simple example, A sold goods to B on credit. Then A will draw a bill of exchange on B. B will accept the bill and return the bill back to A. Now, there are different options available to A. A can keep the bill with himself till maturity, or A can discount the bill with the banker, or A can send the bill to the bank for collection, or A can endorse the bill to a creditor. Different options are there. For all, entries are required in the books of drawer A. Similarly, what are the entries in the books of the drawee? Books of drawee. That is a long question, right? I have taken one theory, one short question, one long problem to explain you. Now see here, this was the question, short question, asked in May, June 2019, OU. Question number 6 for 4 marks. See the question carefully. Short problem. Ramu draws a bill on Sham. So Ramu is the drawer, Sham is the drawee. Rupees 4,000 payable after 2 months. The amount 4,000, duration of the bill 2 months. Sham accepts the bill, Ramu deposits the bill with the bank for collection. That means after getting the acceptance from Sham, Ramu has sent the bill to bank for collection. On the due date, the bill is honored. Honored means paid. When the due date comes, the bill was presented to the acceptor and the acceptor has paid the amount. That is called honored. Pass entries in the books of both the parties, Ramu as well as Sham, right? First of all, I am taking the journal entries in the books of Ramu. Ramu is the drawer, right? When the bill is drawn and accepted by Sham, Ramu will write the entry bills receivable account debtor to Sham account. Bills receivable account debtor to Sham account 4,000. Being the acceptance of Sham received. That's all. Secondly, the bill is sent to bank for collection. The entry will be bill sent for collection account debtor to bills receivable. Remember, when bill is received, bills receivable account is debited. When bill is sent to bank for collection, the bills receivable should be credited. So once we are debiting, second time we are crediting bills receivable. These are the two entries. Now on the due date, the bill was honored, amount is paid. So what entry Ramu will pass? Bank account debtor to bill sent for collection. So here you can see bank account debtor to bill sent for collection 4,000. That's all. So only 3 entries will come in the books of the drawer. First, receiving the bill. Secondly, sending the bill to bank for collection. Thirdly, on due date, the bill is honored. Finished. So easy. Now I am coming to the journal entry in the books of Sham. Sham is the drawee or acceptor. When he accepts the bill, bills payable account is credited. Remember the point. That's why I am suggesting you, I am advising you, keep a notebook. Immediately record the entry, whatever I am explaining. So, bills payable account is credited. And who is the drawer? Ramu. So, Ramu account debtor to bills payable. That is the entry, Ramu's account debtor to bills payable. This is the entry when the bill is accepted. Now, secondly, when the bill is sent to bank for collection, no entry in the books of the drawee. Drawee will say that I have accepted the bill and on due date you bring the bill, I will pay. In between, whether you send the bill to bank for collection, endorse it, discount it, he is not at all bothered. He is not at all bothered. So now, bills payable account data to bank on the due date. On the due date, when the bill is presented to the drawee, he will pay the amount. So entry will be bills payable account data to bank account. So only two entries will come in the books of the drawee. First, when the bill is accepted, and second, when the bill is honored. That's all. This is the 4 marks question which was asked in examination, and this type of problems will be asked. It's so simple. So only one problem I have explained you. For many more problems, go to the SIA app. You can find my video and so many, content is there. You can find the other problems. Now, long problems on bill of exchange, 12 marks. Again, an examination problem, June, July 22, 9A for 12 marks. Now, see the problem. A receives 3 promissory notes. While accounting aspects, whether it is a promissory note or bill of exchange, doesn't make any difference. The accounting treatment is same for bill of exchange as well as promissory. Here, A receives 3 promissory notes from B, dated 1st January 2016 for 3 months. One bill 3,000, the second is for 4,000, and the third is for 5,000. So 1st January, he received the promissory notes, right? For 3 months duration, all the bills 3 months. First bill 3,000, second bill 4,000, and third bill is 5,000. The second bill is immediately endorsed in favor of C. That means first bill he has kept with himself. The second bill he has endorsed in favor of C, and on 4th January 2016. And the third bill is discounted with bank with 4,700. Very simple. 3 promissory notes A received. First promissory note he is keeping with himself. Second promissory note he is endorsing in favor of C. Third promissory note he is discounting the bill with the banker. Pass the entries in the books of A and B journal, assuming the bill are met on maturity and the bills they are dishonored. That means 2 cases are there. What are the entries when the bill is honored, and what are the entries when the bill is dishonored? In both cases, we have to pass the entries in the books of A and B. Now, see carefully. First of all, journal entries in the books of A. When A got the promissory notes, he will write on bills receivable account data to B's account. Bills receivable account data to B's account. Being 3 promissory notes received, the total of the 3 promissory notes 12,000, right? Then January 1st, what the second bill is endorsed in favor of C. That is given in the problem. So entry will be C. Here, the date of the bill is 1st January, 3 months. That means February, March, April. On 1st April, 3 months are over, but 3 grace days will be allowed. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 3 grace days. 4th is the due date. 4th April is the due date. Now first bill. The first bill he has kept with himself, and it is honored. So he will get bank account data, B's account data to C's account. The first bill, he got the amount, bank account data to bills receivable. Second, B's account data to C's account, being the bill dishonored. Second bill is dishonored. So B's account data to C's account. Now A has to get the money from B, and A has to pay the amount to C. So B's account data to C's account, being the bill dishonored which was endorsed in favor of C. Now 4th April, B's account data to bank, being the bill is dishonored which will be discounted with bank. Third bill was already discounted with bank. Now the bill is dishonored. That means again B's account data to bank account. This is the entry 1 dishonor of the third bill. So these are the entries in the books of A, right? Now journal entries in the books of B, only few entries, because only when honoring and also only when it is accepted. So first, A's account data to bills payable. So for drawee, it is bills payable. The total of all the bills 12,000, being the acceptance of 3 bills. Now bills payable account data to bank, being all the 3 bills honored on the due date. First case is all the 3 bills will honored. Then entry will be bills payable account data to bank account when the bills are honored. When the bills are dishonored, then A's account, bills payable account data to A's account. See, what is the difference between this honor and dishonor? Bills payable account is debited anyway. If it is honored, to bank. If it is dishonored, to A's account. All the 3 bills. That's all. So no entry will be passed in the books of drawee when the bill is discounted or when the bill is endorsed. That's all. So this is the end of unit number 1, that is bill of exchange. Now I am coming to second unit, that is unit number 2, consignment account. In consignment account, again, for short problems, you may get a theory question or you may get a short problem on consignment. So what type of problems will be asked from consignment? In consignment, you are required to calculate the value of closing stock. Write it down. Write it down, because these are the important things you have to remember. Valuation of closing stock. Secondly, value of abnormal loss. And thirdly, calculation of commission to consignee. So these 3 types of problems normally are asked for 4 marks. Apart from that, the theory question which will be asked in consignment: what is consignment? What are the features of consignment? What are the entries to be passed in the books of the consignor? These are the things, short questions. So for complete command, visit the SIA app. You can get the complete theory, as well as you can see my videos. Now, apart from that, long questions. 12 marks will also be asked. So I'm getting a lot of comments, live chat I'm getting. So some of the students are asking me to explain in Hindi also. It's okay. It doesn't matter whether speaking in English or Hindi. If you are comfortable, if you are following, that's a great achievement for me. I'll get more motivated if you are understanding, following me, whether it is English or Hindi. तो यहाँ पर 12 marks के लिए a long problem will be asked. That means you have to prepare the ledger accounts, consignment account, consignee account and goods sent on consignment account. तो 3 accounts होती हैं किसके बुक्स में? कंसाइनर के बुक्स में. But before that, just I have a brief chat on the meaning of consignment. Consignment means sending of goods by one person to another person. एक आदमी अपना माल बेचने के बजाय दूसरे के पास भिजा रहा है, एक एजेंट के पास भिजा रहा है. For example, A is the owner of the goods. He want to sell the goods through B. So B is acting as an agent on behalf of A. So the job of B is B has to sell the goods and pay the amount to A. So A will give commission to B. That is consignment. तो जो आदमी भेज रहा है उसको कंसाइनर कहते हैं और जो आदमी बेच रहा है माल उसको कहते हैं कंसाइनी. और दोनों के बीच में रिलेशनशिप प्रिंसिपल और एजेंट का रिलेशनशिप रहता है. तो प्रॉफिट ऑन कंसाइनमेंट किसको मिलता? कंसाइनर को मिलेगा और कंसाइनी को जो मिलेगा वो कमीशन मिलेगा. राइट नाउ शॉर्ट प्रॉब्लम्स. फर्स्ट एक शॉर्ट प्रॉब्लम हम डिस्कस करेंगे so that you can be more feel more easy. Ravi consigned. This problem was asked in May, June 24, very recent examination problem. OU for 4 marks. Ravi consigned 100 bicycles to Ankit, costing 2,500. So Ravi consigned. Ravi is the consigner. and Ankit is the consignee. So Ravi has sent 100 bicycles, each costing 2,500. So 100 into 2,500, 2,50,000. And then Ravi paid 1,000 for freight and 500 for insurance. These are called direct expenses. Consigner जो भी खर्चा करता है उसको direct expense कहते हैं. So here consigner has spent 1,000 freight, 500 for insurance, 1,500. Ankit expenses amounted to 1,200. Now लेकिन अंकित किसके ऊपर खर्चा कर रहा नहीं दिया, तो यहाँ पर यह समझना ये indirect है. That is not direct. That is indirect. Now he sold 85 bicycles for 3,500 each. भेजा कितना था उन्हें? 100 bicycles. Consigner has sent 100 bicycles, but consignee has sold 85 bicycles. तो इसका मतलब 15 bicycles अभी unsold है, stock है, right? And prepare consignment account, June, July 2022. Same question was repeated again. That was in 22, and the same question was repeated in 24. Only names have been changed. Instead of Ravi and Ankit, here Jyoti and Ravi it is given, right? But the content is same. You are required to prepare consignment account in the books of the consigner. और एक बात याद रखिए, consignment account will be opened only in consigner books, not in consignee books. Now, consignment account. When the goods are sent, the entry will be consignment account data to goods sent on consignment. तो जब goods sent करते हैं तो consignment के account के debit side लेना to goods sent on consignment. See here, to goods sent on consignment 2,50,000. How 2,50,000? 100 into 2,500. 100 bicycles are sent, 2,500. First entry over. Second entry, expenses paid by the consigner. तो consignment account data to bank. तो consignment account debit side to bank. Expenses, freight 1,000, insurance 500. These are the expenses paid by the consigner. Now consignee has paid the expenses. Entry will be consignment account data to consignee account. Who is the consignee? Ankit. So to Ankit, expenses 1,200. अगर इतना डिटेल नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो खाली ये समझिए कि डेबिट साइड पे क्या क्या आइटम्स आते, बिकॉज टाइम इज नॉट मच टू रिमेंबर ऑल द एंट्रीज. डेबिट साइड क्या आता, क्रेडिट साइड क्या आता, ये याद रख लिए, काफी है. डेबिट साइड गुड्स सेंट ऑन कंसाइनमेंट, देन एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय कंसाइनर एंड एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय कंसाइनी. कंसाइनर जो पे करता टू बैंक लिखेंगे और कंसाइनी जो पे करता उसको कंसाइनी का नाम लिखेंगे अंकित. और नाउ गुड्स आर सोल्ड. कितने गुड्स सोल्ड कर दिए हैं? 85 bicycles were sold, each 3,500. तो 85 into 3,500, 297,500, right? And consignment stock. This consignment stock you have to calculate in working notes. Many students will make a mistake in calculating the consignment stock. Now I'll explain you how to calculate consignment stock. In working note, you have to calculate consignment stock. How many bicycles are remaining unsold? It is 15 bicycles. What is the cost of each bicycle? 2,500. So 15 into 2,500. 15 bicycle into 2,500, it comes to 3,700. That is the cost of 15 bicycles. Now we have to take into account the direct cost or non-recurring expenses. Whatever expenses consigner pay, that is always direct. Always direct. Consignee expenses sometimes may be direct, sometimes may be indirect. If freight, insurance or octroi, that is direct one. Apart from that, warehouse rent, that is indirect. तो you have to see कि consignee जो खर्चा कर रहा है किसके ऊपर खर्चा कर रहा है. अगर एक ही बार खर्चा हो रहा तो डायरेक्ट है, बार बार खर्चा होगा तो इनडायरेक्ट, राइट? सो हियर add proportionate direct or non-recurring expense of consigner. Consigner पूरा मिलाकर 1,500 रुपीस खर्च किया है, 1,000 freight, 500 insurance, तो total 1,500 direct expenses into ये 1,500 जो खर्चा किया है that is on all 100 bicycles. But how many bicycles are remaining unsold? 15. तो 1,500 into 15 by 100. Why 15 by 100? क्योंकि 100 bicycles के ऊपर 1,500, लेकिन पूरे bicycles रुके हुए नहीं है, 15 bicycles unsold है, तो 15 by 100 you'll get 225. तो टोटल वैल्यू ऑफ अनसोल्ड स्टॉक इज 37,725. तो इसकी एंट्री क्या होती है? कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक अकाउंट डेटार टू कंसाइनमेंट अकाउंट. तो कंसाइनमेंट अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड पे आएगा वैल्यू ऑफ क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. नाउ सी हियर, by consignment stock 37,720 we have calculated in working note. Now अगर आपको एंट्रीज याद भी नहीं भी रहे तो इतना याद रखिए, डेबिट साइड कौन से आइटम आते, क्रेडिट साइड कौन से आइटम आते, इजिली यू कैन गेट द मार्क्स. डेबिट साइड गुड्स सेंट ऑन कंसाइनमेंट, एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय कंसाइनर, एक्सपेंसेस पेड बाय कंसाइनी. क्रेडिट साइड सेल ऑफ द गुड्स बाय द कंसाइनी एंड अनसोल्ड स्टॉक. Finished. Now the balancing figure is the profit. Now take the total on the credit side. Credit side total 3,35,225. Same total you take 335,225. From 335,225 subtract minus 2,50,000, minus 1,000, minus 500, minus 1,200. So you will get 82,525. This 82,525 is the profit on consignment. And this profit should be transferred to profit and loss account, balancing figure. That's all. Hope the concept is clear. Hope you are enjoying. If you have any doubt, if you have any query, give the chat. Live chat is there. I will read the chat and respond to you correspondingly. Right? But I wish you all the best for your learning and taking the interest here. Now, this is the consignment account. Right? Now, long problem. That was only a short problem, preparing only consignment account. Now, one long problem I am going to explain on consignment for 12 marks. And this was the question asked in June, July 2022, 10B, and for 12 marks. Right? Carefully listen here. Hero Cycle Company consigned 1,000 cycles to Ankit of Hyderabad. So, Hero Cycles, consigner, Ankit, consignee, 1,000 cycles. The cost of each cycle was 400. So 400 into 1,000, 4 lakh. The cost of goods sent on consignment, 4 lakh. Consigner paid 10,000 for freight and 1,500 for insurance. So total 11,500 expenses paid by the consigner. That is direct expenses. Then during the transit, 100 cycles were totally damaged. This is called abnormal loss. During transit, if there is a loss, then we treat it as abnormal loss. In working note, we have to calculate what is the value of this 100 bicycles damaged. Originally, 1,000 cycles were sent, but out of 1,000, 100 were damaged, 900 bicycles were received by the consignee. And Ankit took delivery of 900 bicycles. The insurance company admitted the claim for 25,000. That means the goods are already insured, and insurance company has agreed to pay 25,000 rupees. That is the compensation we are receiving for damaged bicycles. Then Ankit took delivery 900 cycles and paid 1,530 for octroi. Now, very important point. Ankit, that is the consignee, he has received 900 bicycles and he has paid 1,530 octroi. Octroi is also one of the tax. It will be paid when the goods are received by the consignee. It is only a one-time cost. So it is called non-recurring. It is a direct cost. And this direct cost must be considered while calculating value of stock. In the previous problem, we have not considered because name was not given. Here name is given, octroi. So it's a direct cost. The account sales received from Ankit showed the following. Sales 800 cycles for 500 per bicycle. Ankit has received 900 bicycles, out of which 800 are sold. That means the remaining 100 are unsold. We have to calculate the value of unsold. And expenses 2,000. That means Ankit, consignee, has paid 2,000 other expenses. These are indirect expenses. And this expense should not be considered while calculating the value of unsold stock. Only 1,530 should be considered. 2,000 should not be considered. Then commission 5%. Normal commission. 5% commission should be paid to the consignee. Ankit settled the account by draft. Prepare the consignment account and Ankit's account in the books of the consigner. Who is the consigner? Hero Cycle Company. Hero Cycle Company, we have to prepare two accounts, consignment account and consignees account. That's it. This type of problems will be asked in examination. Now, in the books of Hero Cycle Company, there is a consigner, consignment account. Just now I told you in the previous problem that remember what are the items to be taken on the debit side and credit side. Debit side, goods sent on consignment. Here, goods sent on consignment. How many cycles are sent? 1000 cycles. Each cycle cost 4000. So 4000 into 1000, it is 4 lakh, right? Then not 4000, 400 I think. Yes, 400. 400 into 1000 is 4 lakh. This is the cost of goods sent on consignment. Secondly, expenses paid by the consigner. Consigner 11,500 expenses paid, 10,000 and plus 1,000. So to bank, freight plus insurance 11,500. These are the expenses paid by the consigner. When consignee receives, he has paid the expenses. He has paid octroi 1,530 and other expenses 2,000. Totally 3,530 is the expenses paid by Ankit. So to Ankit account, right? Then to commission. It is given that 5% commission is payable to the consignee. On what? On the sale proceed. So sales should be taken on the credit side by Ankit. By Ankit sales. So how many cycles he has sold? 800 cycles. I think 800 cycles. See here, 800 cycles at 500 each. So 800 into 500, you will get 4 lakh. Sale proceed 4 lakh. On this 4 lakh rupees, 5% is the commission. So 5% of 4 lakh comes to 20,000. Debit side over. Now credit side. Ankit, sales. Sales always should be taken on the credit side. Then secondly, abnormal loss. The entry for abnormal loss is abnormal loss account debtor to consignment. So consignment account credit side. Abnormal loss. How much abnormal loss? Come to the working note and calculate. How many cycles were damaged? 100 cycles. So you can see here in working notes I have shown you calculation of abnormal loss. Cycles lost 100, right? So total cost. The cost of each cycle is 400. So 400 into 100, 40,000, right? Apart from that, proportionate direct expenses we should take. So whose expenses? Only consigner expenses. So total consigner expenses is 11,500. But this 11,500 is for all the 1,000 cycles. But how many cycles are destroyed, damaged? 100. So 100 by 1,000. 100 by 1,000. So 11,500 into 100 by 1,000. You will get 1,150. That is the proportionate direct expenses. Add up 41,150. This 41,150 is the value of abnormal loss, and this should be taken on the credit side. Now you can see here abnormal loss, credit side 41,150. Lastly, one more working note, that is consignment stock. Again in working note we have to calculate the value of unsold stock. Actually, how many cycles he has received? 900 cycles he has received. Out of 900, 800 cycles are sold. So 100 cycles are remaining unsold. What is the cost of each cycle? 400. So 400 into 100, 40,000. Right? Now proportionate direct expense. Now for unsold stock, we should take direct expense of consigner as well as consignee. Consigner has spent 11,500 rupees for all 1,000 bicycles. But 100 bicycles we should take. So 100 by 1,000, you get 1,150. That is the proportionate direct expense incurred by the consigner. Similarly, consignee. The consignee has spent 1,530 octroi. That is direct. Remaining 2,000 we should not consider. That is indirect. So 1,530 into 100 by 900. Why 900? Because consignee has received 900 bicycles. Out of 900, 100 are remaining unsold. So 100 by 900. So it comes to 170. The total value of unsold stock is 41,320. In every problem, you have to make a working note like this. Now, this value of unsold stock will be taken on the credit side. You can see here, consignment stock 41,320. I have shown you. So, credit side total. What is the total on the credit side? 4,82,470. So 4,82,470 minus 4 lakh minus 11,500 minus 3,530 minus 20,000. The balancing figure is 47,430. This 47,430 is the profit on consignment. This should be transferred to profit and loss account. Now remember, this is the consignment account I have completed. Now it is also asking you to make the consignee account. Consignee is Ankit account. So when Ankit has received the goods and paid some expenses. How much expenses Ankit has paid? 1,350 plus 2,000. 3,530 rupees Ankit has paid. So entry will be consignment account debtor to Ankit account. So Ankit account is created by consignment expenses 3,530. Right? Consignment commission. 20,000 commission just now we have calculated. Entry will be consignment account debtor to Ankit account. Commission 20,000. Right? Now Ankit has sold the goods for 4 lakh rupees. So entry will be Ankit account debtor to consignment. So consignment account already credited. Ankit account should be debited to consignment sales 4 lakh. Right? Now the balancing figure, that is a bank draft sent by the consignment. So 4 lakh rupees minus 3,530 minus 20,000. So 3,76,470. This is the balancing figure which is sent by bank draft. So entry will be bank account debtor to Ankit account. So Ankit account credit side by bank balancing figure. That's all. This, if you write like this, you will get 12 marks problem. That is the examination problem. This type of problems you may get. Only one problem I have explained. For many more such type of problems, go to the SIA app. There you can find my videos, number of problems like this problems, long problem, short problem. Apart from that, you can get the complete theory literature. You can get all the previous year questions, theory questions, everything you can get it on SIA app. So do visit SIA app for complete knowledge. Because time is very short, that's why I cannot be able to explain all the problems. Now goods sent on consignment. It is not asking in the problem, but still we have prepared. It is better to prepare. Only 2 entries will come. So first entry, consignment account debtor to goods sent on consignment. Very first entry, consignment account debtor to goods sent on consignment. So here we can write to consignment, 4 lakh. Now every time the consignment, goods sent on consignment should be transferred to trading account. Right? That's all. So this is the end of unit number 2. So I have explained each and every point, whether it is theory or problems. So I will take a break and will find out what are the chats given by all of my viewers, all the students. Then I'll start. I'll resume again after just 1 minute. Hello students, welcome back again. So I have seen the comment, I have seen the chat, live chat, and some of the students have some queries. Some students wants loading and stock reserve. Actually, when goods are sent by consignor to consignee, it can be either at cost price or at invoice price. Invoice price means inflated price. Suppose if the cost is 100 rupees, but the consignor will add 20 rupees and send the goods at 120 rupees. This is called loading. The loading is the difference between invoice price and cost price. That is loading. So when the goods are sent at invoice price, the first entry, consignment account data to goods sent on consignment, this should be at invoice price. Later on, the loading should be removed. The total loading should be removed. For that, one more entry is there. And stock reserve. When calculating the value of closing stock, the closing stock will be calculated again at invoice price. Invoice price contains loading. To remove that loading, we have to make the account stock reserve account. So entry will be consignment account data to consignment stock reserve. And one student has asked, what is consignment account? It's a nominal account. The account is prepared by the consignor to find out the profit or loss on consignment. Now, one student asked, working notes are compulsory? Yes, sir. Working notes are very much necessary. Only for 1 or 2 points you have to make working note, like value of unsold stock and value of abnormal loss or commission. These 3 working notes are required. One student has asked, what is endorsed? Endorse means transfer. This endorsement will come in the chapter bill of exchange. A bill can be endorsed from one person to another person. I got a bill and I will transfer the bill to my creditor. That is called endorsement. So these are the issues some of the students have raised and hope I have clarified. 2 units we have completed. Now 3rd unit I am going to start. Unit number 3 is regarding joint venture. Joint venture. It is very much similar to consignment. And again, joint venture theory question will be asked for 4 marks and short problem may also be there in the 4 marks. But I suggest you to be thorough on the problems. If you are unable to solve the problem, then we have to, go for the theory concept, right? And for long problem also, most often you may get both problems and sometimes one theory, one problem in this unit number 3. What is joint venture? It's a temporary partnership. It's an arrangement where 2 or more parties will come together to perform a specific business task. Once the task is completed, the relationship between the partners will be over. It's a temporary partnership. Just like to construct a building, 2 engineers, A and B, come together. They will contribute the money. They will purchase the land. They will construct the building, apartments, sell the apartments, and distribute the profit. That's all. The partnership will be over as soon as the venture is completed. That is called joint venture. So if there is a joint venture, how to maintain the accounts? That is the problem, right? The short problems. What type of problems will be asked? Short problems. What are the journal entries in the books of the co-venturer? And what is joint venture? What is the difference between consignment and joint venture? Like that. And what are the entries to be passed by the co-venturer in their own books? What is joint bank account? Like this, short problems will be asked for 4 marks, right? One problem I am going to explain you on joint venture. See, this short question was asked in May-June 2024. Last year only it was asked for 4 marks. See carefully, X and Y are in a joint venture. The 2 parties are there, X and Y, both come together to conduct one joint venture. Give the journal entries in the books of X from the following transaction. That means X is maintaining the account and Y is also maintaining the accounts. So we have to pass what are the journal entries in the books of X. Only 4 marks question. Goods supplied by X to the joint venture from own stock 2000. Secondly, expenses of the venture paid by Y 1000. 2 transactions are given and it is asking you to pass the journal entries for these 2 transactions in the books of X. First of all, X has supplied the goods to the venture from his own stock. For example, I am Mr. X. So I have supplied the goods from my stock to the joint venture. So entry will be joint venture account data to goods sent to joint venture account. So joint venture account data to goods sent on joint venture account. This the entry will be passed by X when the goods are supplied from his own stock. That's it. Second, when expenses are paid by Y. Suppose if expenses are paid by X, joint venture account data to bank. But here expenses are paid by Y. So joint venture account data to Y's account. So joint venture account data to Y's account being the venture expense paid by Y. That's all. Is it so difficult? Only 2 entries you have to remember and you are going to get 4 marks for these 2 entries. Just so if you want the perfect regarding all these chapters, again I suggest you visit the app. You will get the complete all of my videos. I have explained in detail. Now, long problem on joint venture. 12 marks. For 12 marks, you may get both A or B. Both are problems or sometimes A theory and B problem. But problem is compulsory. A and B were partners in a joint venture sharing profits and losses in proportion of 3/5 and 2/5 respectively. The profit sharing ratio is given 3/5 to A and 2/5 to B. A purchased and supplied goods of the value of 10,000 and incurs expenses of 1,000. So A has supplied the goods 10,000, expenditure 1,000. B purchases and supplies goods to the value of 6,000 and his expenses are 1,000. That means both the parties are supplying the goods and both the parties are paying the expenses, right? And B sells goods on behalf of the joint venture and realizes 25,000. That means all the goods are sold by B and he realized 25,000. B is entitled to a commission of 2% on sales. The agreement is there. So when B sold the goods, B is entitled for commission 2%. B settled his account by bank draft. Show the important ledger accounts in the books of both the parties. So we are required to prepare the accounts in the books of X and in the books of Y. In the books of X, he will make 2 accounts. One account is joint venture account, the other account is B's account. And in the books of B, again he will make joint venture account and A's account. So 2 accounts in the books of A and 2 accounts in the books of B. The joint venture account in the books of A. First of all, books of A. First account is joint venture account. See here, just like consignment account, joint venture account is a nominal account which is prepared to find out the profit or loss on the venture, right? All expenses will take on the credit side and incomes will take it on the credit side. Debit side all expense, credit side all incomes. Now here to bank. In whose books we are maintaining this joint venture account? A. A has supplied the goods and paid for expenses. So joint venture account debit side to bank. To bank. How much goods he has supplied? 10,000. How much expenses A has paid? 1,000. So total 11,000. Similarly, B has purchased the goods and B has paid the expenses. So here to B's account. Purchases 6,000, expenses 1,000, total 7,000. So this 11,000 is the amount spent by A and 7,000 is the amount spent by B. Apart from that, some commission is also paid. 2% commission is paid to B because B is selling the goods. So 25% का 2% it comes to 500. तो 500 कमीशन पे करना है B को, right? तो जॉइंट वेंचर अकाउंट डेटा टू बीज अकाउंट, तो जॉइंट वेंचर को डेबिट करेंगे टू बीज अकाउंट, कमीशन 500. That's all. Now credit side, all the goods are sold by B for rupees 25,000. So what entry A will pass? B's account debtor to joint venture account. तो joint venture account को create करेंगे by B's account 25,000. Now balancing figure is the profit. So 25,000 credit side total. See here, credit side total 25,000 minus 11,000 minus 700 minus 500. So remaining balance is 6,500. So 6,500 is the profit on joint venture, and this 6,500 will be distributed, shared by the co-venturers in the profit sharing ratio. 3/5, 2/5, 3/5 to A. So to profit and loss account, profit transferred 6,500 into 3/5, 3,900. So out of 6,500, 3,900 is a share of profit of A, and he will transfer it to profit and loss account. Whereas remaining 2/5, 6,500 into 2/5, that is a share of profit of B, that should be transferred to B's account. 6,500 into 2/5, 2,600. That's all. So simple. So right now, if you are unable to remember the entries, simply remember what are the items to be taken on the debit side and credit side. That's enough for joint venture, just like consignment. Over. So this is the joint venture account. Now B's account. Now B's account will be opened in the books of A. First entry. When goods are supplied and expense are paid by B. So entry will be joint venture account debtor to B's account. So B's account is created by joint venture, purchase 6,000, expenses 1,000, total 7,000, right? Similarly, commission is due to B. So entry will be commission, joint venture account debtor to commission. To commission 500 rupees, right? Similarly, B is getting the profit, share of profit. So entry will be joint venture account debtor to B's account. So B's account credit side by joint venture, profit 2,600. And B has sold the goods. The amount is 25,000. Bank account debtor, B's account debtor to joint venture. So B's account debit side to joint venture 25,000, right? So 25,000 minus 7,000 minus 500 minus 2,600, 14,900. This is the final amount sent by B to A. B to A. Just 1 minute, I'll take a break. I want to see some chats, then I'll come back again. Hello students, come on, we'll resume back again. So B's account. In B's account, finally the amount is 14,900. This is the final amount sent by B to A. So here by bank, that's it. So these are the two accounts in the books of A. Now in the books of B, because it's a 12 marks question, so two accounts in the books of A and two accounts in the books of B. Now joint venture account. What he will do? He will make joint venture account. Just a minute. Yeah. So in the books of B, joint venture account. So he will debit joint venture account debtor to A's account for the goods purchased and expense paid by A. So joint venture account debit side to A's account 10,000. That means purchases 1,000. So total 11,000 rupees. Secondly, he has purchased the goods. B has purchased the goods and paid the expense. Entry will be joint venture account debtor to bank. So debit side to bank, purchase 6,000, expense 1,000. Total 7,000. Next is commission. Now joint venture account debtor to commission account. This is the entry to be passed by B. So to commission 500 rupees, right? Apart from that, 25,000 worth of goods are sold by B. So bank account debit to joint venture account. So by bank 25,000. He got 25,000 B. Now take the total 25,000 credit side, 25,000 debit side, minus 11,000, minus 7,000, minus 500. So 6,500 is the profit on venture. Out of 6,500, 3 by 5 will go to A. So to A's account, 6,500 into 3 by 5, 3,000. And the profit, share of profit of B will be 2 by 5. That will be transferred to profit and loss account. So to profit and loss account, 6,500 into 2 by 5, 2,600. This is the joint venture account. Now last account is A's account in the books of B. When A supplied the goods, entry will be joint venture account data to A's account. So here by joint venture purchase 10,000, expenses 1,000. Lastly, A is getting the share of profit. So entry joint venture account data to A's account. So A's account is created by joint venture profit 3,900. So total is 14,900. This 14,900 will be sent by B to A. So entry will be A's account data to bank. So A's account debit side to bank 14,900. That's all. Account closed. Account settled. So these are the entries in the books of B. So far 3 units I have completed. That is bills of exchange, consignment account and joint venture account. Hope the concept is clear. So I expect that students are getting more and more confidence and command by watching, because only few hours are left. Focus on this lecture, on this discussion. Definitely you can be able to get a lot of confidence in writing the examination. Now I am going to start unit number 4. That is incomplete records. That is also called single entry. Now, in examination, you may get short question 4 marks, either theory or problem. For theory, they may ask you what is single entry system, what are the features of single entry system, and what is the difference between single entry and double entry, what are the advantages and limitations of single entry system. So if you focus on the long problem, 1 or 2 long theory essay type questions, automatically short questions will also be covered. So focus on meaning of single entry, difference between double entry, single entry, advantages, limitations, features. That's more than enough. And what are the methods of finding out the profit when accounts are incomplete? That's all. So problems. What are the types of problems you may get in this unit, incomplete records? The problems are regarding calculating the total sales, calculating the total purchases, calculating the profit during the year if the accounts are incomplete. Short problems are there. So I will explain you one short problem which was asked in previous examination. Similar type of short problems you can get from the SIA app. If you visit, you can see my videos, and also you can see lot of answers given in the SIA app regarding this, how to calculate the profit, how to find out the sales. Now one short problem I am going to explain you regarding this accounts from incomplete record. This was one of the examination problem. In this unit 4, short questions are unexpected. Any method can be asked. So practice all LMR or previous examination questions, right? And long problems from incomplete records. Carefully you see 12 marks long problem. Anand, a retail trader. Actually, this is the examination problem asked in June, July 2023. Recent examination problem. This type of problem you can expect in examination in this unit. Anand, a retail trader, kept books of accounts under single entry system. Actually, single entry system is not a system at all. When accounts are incomplete, it is named as single entry. Otherwise, there is no system called single entry system. Then supplied the following information to you. Prepare statement of profit or loss and revised statement of affairs on 31st December 2017. So what you have to find out? Making a profit and loss account and a revised statement of affairs for the year 2017. Now what information is given? Particulars: 1st January 2017, 31st December 2017, beginning of the year, end of the year. Stock, creditors, debtors, cash, bank overdraft, bills receivable, furniture, machinery. These are the balances given. Some assets are there, some liabilities are there. Stock asset, creditor liability, debtor asset, cash asset, bank overdraft liability, bills receivable, furniture, machinery, assets. All the values are given. Now the drawings during the year amounted to 2,600. Depreciation on furniture at 10%. Write-off 300 for machinery. Debtors include 500 as bad debts. And make a provision of doubtful debtors 5% on debtors. That's all. This is a simple problem. Now, first of all, in this incomplete records, your first job is to find out what is the capital at the beginning of the year and capital at the end of the year by making statement of affairs. A statement of affairs is just like a balance sheet where we will have assets and liabilities, right? So by taking the assets and liabilities, we can find out what is the capital at the beginning of the year and capital at the end of the year. The calculation of opening and closing capital, statement of affairs. Asset side: stock, debtors, cash, bills receivable, furniture, machinery. It is given in the problem, you can see here. All the assets are given. Liabilities are given. Liabilities are 2: creditors and bank overdraft. 2 liabilities are there: creditors last year and a beginning of the year, end of the year. Bank overdraft, beginning of the year, end of the year. Similarly, the assets are stock, debtors, cash, bills receivable, furniture, machinery, beginning of the year, end of the year. All the values are given. Simply I have taken the values from the problem and put it under assets and liabilities. And you know accounting equation, capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. Assets minus liability. Here the total of the assets are 46,600. From 46,600, subtract 15,400, 2,200. Balancing figure is 11,000. This 11,000 is the capital when it is 1st January 2017. So we can say opening capital is 11,000. Similarly, closing capital, the credit side total 47,800. From 47,800 minus 14,000 minus 19,400. So 14,400, that is a closing capital. By making this statement of affairs, we got the opening capital and we got the closing capital, which is not given in the problem. We have calculated, right? Now I am coming to the point where we have to ascertain the profit or loss. We have to find out what is the profit or loss. How to calculate profit or loss? Take the capital at the end of the year. End of the year capital, just now we have calculated here. This is 14,400. So closing capital 14,400. To capital, add drawings. In the problem last paragraph, it is given drawings at the end of the year. You can see here, drawings during the year amounted to 2,600. So 2,600 will be added. Drawings 2,600. So 16,000, 17,000 is the total. From that, subtract the closing capital. Opening capital. So closing capital, add drawings minus opening capital. Opening capital 11,000. Just now we have calculated. So this 6,000 is the profit before adjustment. So how to calculate profit before adjustment? Take the closing capital, add drawings minus opening capital. Finished. Profit before adjustment. Now we'll make the adjustment. Adjustment regarding depreciation is there, bad debts are there, provision for doubtful debts are there. These are the adjustments given in the problem. So less adjustments. Depreciation on furniture. In the problem, furniture is given 1,500, right? On 1,500, 10% depreciation 150. Similarly, depreciation on machinery is 300, directly given in the problem. And bad debts are given in the problem 500. In the adjustment, it is given 500 bad debts. And it is asking you to make the provision for doubtful debts at 5% on debtors. From debtors, we have to subtract the bad debts. See here, the debtors are given in the problem at the end of the year. How much are the debtors? 10,500. End of the year. 10,500 is the debtors. Out of 10,500, 500 are bad debts, so deduct. तो डायरेक्टली 5% मत कैलकुलेट करिए, पहले डेटार्स में से बैड डेट्स को निकाल दीजिए, निकालने के बाद प्रोविजन फॉर डाउटफुल डेट्स कैलकुलेट करना. So here bad debts are 500, so provision for doubtful debt 10,500 minus 500, you will get 10,000. So 10,000 का 5% 500. These are the adjustments. So take the total 150 plus 300 plus 500 plus 500, 1,450. Now subtract 1,450. So 6,000 minus 1,450, 4,550. This is the profit of the year. Net profit earned during the year, that is 4,550. Part completed. Now we have to find out the revised statement of affairs. Revised means after adjustment we have to make the statement of affairs. पहले जो statement of affairs बनाए थे without adjustment लिए थे, अब adjustment के बाद statement of affairs बनाएंगे, that is called revised statement of affairs. तो stock whatever is given in the problem end of the year same, because we have not adjusted anything for stock. Debtors 10,500, problem में दे दिया, it is given in the problem 10,500. From 10,500 subtract bad debts 500, subtract provision for doubtful debts 500. दोनों को माइनस करें तो 10,500 minus 1,000, 9,500. These are the debtors after adjustments. Similarly, cash, no change. Whatever is given in the problem, same cash, closing cash I have taken. Bills receivable, no adjustment, same amount. Furniture value is given 1,500, but adjustment it is saying 10% depreciation. So 1,500 into 10%, 150. So 1,500 minus 150, 1,350, 1,350. Then depreciation over, furniture over, then machinery. The book value of machinery given in the problem is 1,900 and depreciation 300 given in the problem. Last paragraph. So 1,900 minus 300, 1,600. That's all. These are all adjusted value of assets. This is called revised statement of affairs. Now come to liability side. On liability side, capital at the beginning of the year is 11,000. Already we have prepared the starting affairs. So opening capital 11,000 less drawings 2,600. Subtract 8,400. Profit earned during the year 4,550. So total is 12,950. That is the closing capital after adjustments. Then creditors, no change. Whatever is given in the problem, same thing I have taken. Bank overdraft 19,400, no change. So if you do not commit any mistake, the total on assets and liability will be equal. So we got 46,350. Here also 46,350. Balance sheet tallied. Statement of affairs tallied. So this is the procedure of preparing the statement of affairs. These type of problems are expected in examination for 12 marks. Slightly changed. The procedure is same, but one or two new points you may come across. So if you want the complete knowledge, again I suggest you visit the SIA app. You can get all the problems. Now, unit number 5. This is the last unit. In this the name of this unit is accounts of non-profit organizations. There are two types of organizations: profit organizations or trading concerns, or non-profit organization, that is non-trading concerns, just like clubs, hospitals, education institutions, where the objective is not to earn the profit but to provide the service to the members or service to the society. So these type of organizations are called non-profit organizations or non-trading concerns. So how accounts are maintained in this non-trading concerns, that's what we have to study here. Again, in examination, for 4 marks, you may get a simple problem or you may get a theory question. The theory questions which you may get are: what is non-profit organizations? What are the features of non-profit organizations? And apart from that, The problems are calculating the subscriptions for the year. The data will be given. Subscription received, outstanding subscription, beginning of the year, end of the year, subscription received in advance, beginning of the year, end of the year. All this data is given. You have to find out how much is the subscription income for the year. Very frequently asked this type of question. Secondly, the theory question will be asked regarding legacy. Legacy means any property which is transferred by a person through will to a non-profit organization. Example, a person, he has given a will that after my death, the property should be transferred to so-and-so hospital or so-and-so club or so-and-so organization. So there's a will. So as soon as the person expires, the property will be transferred to the organization. That is called legacy. But this is not common. This is non-recurring. That's why legacy will be taken on the liability side of the balance sheet. It is not treated as income. Secondly, you may get a theory question regarding what are donations. Very frequently, these non-profit organizations will get the donations from the public, from the government. So donations are of two types, specific donation and general donation. Specific donation means when the person giving the donation has specified that the donation should be used for a particular purpose. Example, a person has donated 5 lakh rupees to a hospital for investing in the machinery like ECG machine or any other machine which is used in labs. So specifically donation is given for a particular purpose. That is called specific donation. If specific donation is there, directly take it on the liability side of the balance sheet. Suppose if it is not specified, the donation is not specified, it is called general donation. For general donation, we have to see the amount. If the amount is large, huge compared to other amounts, then treat it as capitalized. Take it to the balance sheet liability side. If the comparatively the amount is small one, treat it as revenue income. Take it in the income and expenditure account. That is regarding donation. Life membership fee. Some members will pay the whole life membership fee. That is called lump sum amount paid by the member, not every year. Every year what the member pays, that is called subscription. But once a huge lump sum amount is paid, that is called life membership fee. The life membership fee again should be capitalized. It should be taken to income and expenditure account. Now apart from that, they will give a problem on receipts and payments account. 4 marks problem. Receipts and payments account is simply a cash book where all cash receipts are taken on debit side and cash payments are taken on the credit side. The receipts and payments account will start with opening balance and ends with closing balance. तो खाली ये बताता है कि एक साल में कहां से पैसा आया और कहां पर पैसा गया. That is receipts and payments account. Second, income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account is just like a profit and loss account. तो ट्रेडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में हम प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट कहते हैं और नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में उसको इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट कहते हैं. द नेम इज डिफरेंट एंड the purpose of making this income and expenditure account is to find out the surplus or deficit. What is surplus? Nothing but profit. Names changed. Trading organization, we call it as profit. Non-profit, we call it as surplus. In trading organization, we call it as loss. Here we call it as deficit. To find out the surplus or deficit, we make income and expenditure account. The balance sheet will be same for trading as well as non-trading organizations. So in long question, that is for 12 marks, you may get one theory, one problem or both problems. So chances 90% chance you may get both problems and 10% chance you may get one theory, one problem. So what type of theory question you may get? What are the differences between receipts and payments account and income and expenditure account? And explain about non-profit organization. What are the features? What are the features of non-profit organizations. Like this, 12 marks theory question may be asked. So here I want to explain you the short problem as well as a long problem on non-profit organizations. From the following details, prepare receipts and payments account. Just now I told you for 4 marks you may get a theory or problem. The problem will be like this: preparing the receipts and payments account. So from the following, this was the problem asked in June-July 22, Osmania University, for 4 marks. So opening cash in hand 500, opening bank balance 4,800. I told you the receipts and payments account will start with opening balance and ends with the closing balance. So opening balance, cash in hand 500, opening bank balance 4,800. Subscription collected, that is the income. All receipts should be taken on debit side. So subscription collected, debit side. Entrance fees received, that is also receipt. Take it on the debit side. Then tournament fund, this is also one of the fund received, money received. So tournament fund will also be taken on the debit side. Then tournament expenses, this is the payment, it should be taken on the credit side. The next one is cash in hand at close. At the end of the year, cash in hand is 1,000. But cash at bank is not given. Beginning of the year, we are having opening cash and opening bank. But end of the year, closing cash is given. Closing bank balance is not given. We have to find out closing bank balance. Now, see here. This is the format for receipts and payments account. Debit side all receipts, credit side all payments. So debit side, receipt side, we take opening balance of cash and bank. So here to opening cash in hand 500 to opening bank balance 4,800. Here it is given opening cash in hand, opening bank balance. Right? Now apart from that, what are the other receipts? Subscriptions collected 22,000 and entrance fees received 3,000 and tournament fund 9,000. These are the amount received. That's why we take it on the debit side. Now payments. The payments are tournament expenses 5,000 and closing cash in hand 1,000. That is given in the problem. You can see here. Tournament expenses 5,000 and cash in hand at close 1,000. End of the year 1,000. So here tournament expenses, cash in hand. But cash at bank is not given. That we have to find out as a balancing figure. So debit side you take 500, 4,800, 22,000, 3,000, 9,000. The total of debit side comes to 39,300. From 39,300 minus 5,000 minus 1,000, you will get 33,300. That is the balancing figure. Closing bank balance. Simply if you make these receipts and payments account, you are going to get 4 marks. It's so simple, right? Note. Some notes have been given. The closing bank balance is derived as a balancing figure. That is not given in the problem. We have calculated. Secondly, the tournament fund is included in receipts, but expense related to it are recorded in the payments. The fund is receipt and expenses are the payments. The expenses are taken on the credit side. That's it. So this was the type of problem which was asked for 4 marks. Another problem is also there. I told you more frequently they will ask the problem on subscription income and receipts and payments account. So receipts and payments account, just now I have shown you. Now subscription. This question is very, very important. Every now and then the university will ask the problem on calculating subscription income for the year. Right? Now one more problem I want to explain you regarding this 4 marks, then we'll go for 12 marks, right? So this was the problem asked in June-July 22, Osmania University, 4 marks. Calculate the amount of subscription to be credited to income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2018. Subscription is the main source of income for non-profit organizations. Actually, subscription are the periodical amounts which are paid by members to the organization. Now, subscription received during 2018, 14,000, and subscription still receivable for the year 2018, 5,000, and subscription of 2018 received in 2017, last year. Our current year is 2018, but for 2018 we have received in advance in 2017 itself, and subscription received in advance relating to 2019. 2019 means next year. Now, be clear regarding this point. According to accrual concept of accounting, all incomes of the current year should be taken whether received or not. Whether received or not. Current year income we should take, right? Our current year is 2018. Last year was 2017 and next year is 2019. So if any subscription of 2019 received during the current year, it is not the current year's income. Subtract. Similarly, 2018 subscription received in 2017 itself. So we add back because this is current year's income, right? And current year's income is outstanding receivable that we have to add back. Simply, I will tell you how to calculate subscription income of the current year. Take subscription received, write it down. Immediately write it down. This procedure, you won't commit any mistake, you will get 100% marks. Subscription received during the current year. Add subscription outstanding at the end of the current year minus subscription received in advance at the end of the current year. Add subscription received in advance during the last year. Or in simple words, I'll give you a shortcut method. Current year outstanding add, last year outstanding minus. Current year received in advance minus, last year received in advance add. That's it. If you write down this, definitely you will not forget. You won't make any mistake in examination. Now here this is the problem. How much is subscription received during the year? 14,000 is received. 14,000 is received. Then subscription still receivable for the year 5,000. You have to add 5,000. We have not received. We have to add back. Subscription of 2018 received in 2017 itself. Last year itself we have received. That we have to add back because it's current year's income. Similarly, subscription received in advance of 2019 next year. आने वाले साल का भी सब्सक्रिप्शन अभी रिसीव कर लिए, अब का नहीं है वो, निकाल दो, माइनस कर दो. Now, calculation of subscription for the year ended 31st March 2018. Subscription received during 2018, 14,000, just now it is given. Current year received. Add subscription still receivable for 2018. This is the outstanding subscription of current year that should be added. 5,000 add. Subscription of 2018 received in 2017. Last year itself we have received for current year. It is current year's income. So add. Less subscription received in advance for 2019. आने वाले साल का सब्सक्रिप्शन अभी रिसीव कर लिए, ये साल का नहीं होता, निकाल दो, सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दो, तो माइनस 1,000. तो 14,000 प्लस 5,000 प्लस 1,500 माइनस 1,000, 19,500 is the subscription income for the current year. And this type of problems will be frequently asked in examination. We have analyzed all the previous year questions, and this subscription income very frequently they have asked. So, due to shortage of time, I cannot explain much more. If you want more knowledge, just go to the app, take this unit number 5. My videos are there. I have explained in detail regarding number of problems. Here only one problem I am explaining due to shortage of time. Now, long problem, accounting for non-profit organization, 12 marks. In examination, compulsorily you will get 2 problems from non-profit, out of which any one you have to do. And very rarely they will ask one theory, one problem. But chances are more for both problems. So be perfect regarding how to solve the problem on this non-profit. From the following receipts and payments account and other details of charitable trust, which commences its working from 1st January 2017 with a capital of 40,000 in cash and furniture 20,000. Prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Finally, we have to make income and expenditure account and we have to make a balance sheet. Income and expenditure account is just like a profit and loss account. To find out the profit or loss, instead of profit or loss, we call it as surplus or deficit. Same rules we will apply. Actually, this is a charitable trust. It's a non-profit organization. It has started the organization on 1st January 2017. Last year it was not there. Current year it was started. How much capital fund? 40,000 cash and 20,000 furniture. With 60,000, it has started the organization. Now, receipts and payments account for the year. So, to balance brought down 40,000. 40,000 cash now. Here it is given. It has started with 40,000. So, to balance brought down 40,000. To donation 60,000. During the year, donations received 60,000. Legacy 16,000. Subscription 14,000. Furniture on 31st 12 2017 6,000. That means furniture was sold because 6,000 money is received from furniture. That means the furniture which was purchased, which was there 20,000. The organization was started with 20,000 furniture, and end of the year that furniture was sold for 6,000. So how much is the loss then? 20 minus 6, 14,000 is the loss on sale of furniture. We'll see. Payments. So during the year, payments, salaries 15,000 paid, conveyance 6,000 paid, rent 12,000, subscription to journals, stationery, books. See, salaries, conveyance, rent, subscription, stationery, all these are revenue expenditure. But books is a capital expenditure, right? Magazines, newspapers are there, that is revenue. But books we consider as capital expenditure. Now building, purchased on 1st January 2017, 68,000. One building was purchased. The balance 24,600 is the closing balance, right? Opening balance was 40,000 and closing balance is 24,600. This is the receipts and payments account given. Now, additional information. Remember, understanding the problem is half solved. So if you coolly watch the problem, understand the concept, that means half of the problem is done. So most of the students will commit a mistake. Without understanding the problem, they try to understand the solution, answer. It is difficult. Now, provide depreciation on furniture 10% and on building 10% and on books 1,000. So here depreciation we have to provide on furniture, on building, on books. And outstanding subscription at the end of the year 15,000. And subscription received in advance for the year 2018 were 5,000. We have received subscription how much? 14,000 subscription. See here. Now 14,000 subscription, still outstanding subscription is 15,000. So 14,000 plus 15,000. Current year outstanding, and received in advance is 5,000 minus 5,000. यानी 5,000 आने वाले साल के भी रिसीव कर लिए, निकाल दो उसको. तो आउटस्टैंडिंग कितने हैं? 15,000. इसको ऐड करेंगे और रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस को माइनस कर देंगे. Now outstanding expenses, rent 1,000, salary 2,000. These outstanding expenses will be added to expenses as usual. जैसा कि आप लोग ट्रेडिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में करते हैं, उसी तरह नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी सेम करेंगे. नाउ विल स्टार्ट आवर आंसर सॉल्यूशन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, income and expenditure account. It is just like a profit and loss account. Debit side all expenses. Now to salaries 15,000, add outstanding salary 2,000. 15,000 salary given here in Payment side 15,000 and outstanding salary is 2,000. So 15,000 plus 2,000, 17,000 is the salary. Similarly, conveyance. Conveyance, no adjustment, directly will take 6,000. Rent, 12,000 paid and 1,000 outstanding. So 12,000 is the rent paid. See here. Rent 12,000 and outstanding rent is 1,000. So 12,000 plus 1,000. 13,000 is the rent. So we have taken salaries, conveyance, rent. Subscription to journals 5,400. That's the revenue expenditure. Then stationery, revenue expenditure 1,000. Now we provide depreciation. Depreciation is being asked to calculate on furniture, building and books. So depreciation on 3 assets it is asking you to calculate. One by one we'll calculate. First of all, depreciation on books. It is asking you to calculate 10%, 1,000. Depreciation on books 10,000. No, not 10,000. Depreciation is directly given 1,000. Here building furniture 10%, building 10% and on books 1,000. So what is the books purchased? 4,000. 4,000 books are purchased and 1,000 is the depreciation. So directly we'll take 1,000 depreciation. Depreciation on furniture. First of all, depreciation on furniture. 10% of 20,000. Furniture at the beginning of the year, you can see here how much is the furniture? 20,000. 10% is the depreciation. So 20,000 into 10%, you will get 2,000. Where is that? Here, depreciation on furniture 20,000, 10%, 2,000. Depreciation on building 68,000, 10%. Building was purchased during the year. You can see here, building purchased on 1st January 2017, 68,000. So 10% of 68,000, 6,800. So you can see here, depreciation on building 6,800. Depreciation on books 1,000. That is directly given in the problem. No need to calculate. Loss on sale of furniture. How the loss come? See here. Beginning of the year, furniture was 20,000. You can see here. 20,000. During the year, 2,000 is the depreciation provided. So 20,000 minus 2,000 is 18,000. The book value of the furniture is 18,000 and it was sold for how much? 6,000. Here you can see to furniture 6,000. तो फर्नीचर था 20,000 का, उसमें 2,000 डिप्रिसिएट हो गया तो 18,000 में से बेचे उसको 6,000. तो 18,000 minus 6,000, 12,000 is the loss on sale of furniture. So here you can see loss on sale of furniture 20,000 minus 2,000 minus 6,000, 12,000. That's all. So debit side we have completed. Now credit side will take the incomes. Here the incomes, donations. No adjustments are given for donations. Directly we'll take 60,000 donations. Subscription. Just now I told you, subscription for the current year should be taken whether received or not. Actually subscription received is 14,000. Here subscription received 14,000. And how much is the subscription outstanding end of the year? 15,000. तो ये 14,000, 14,000 में 15,000, 15,000 ऐड कर देंगे क्योंकि करंट ईयर का है. और रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस कितने का है? 5,000 रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस फॉर द नेक्स्ट ईयर. सब्ट्रैक्ट इट. Subscription 14,000, add outstanding 15,000, 14 plus 15, 29,000, minus subscription received in advance 5,000. So subscription income is 24,000. Now you can see donation 60,000 and subscription 24,000, total 84,000. 84,000 on the credit side. From 84,000 minus 17,000, minus 6,000, minus 13,000, minus 5,400, 1,000, 2,000, 6,800, 1,000. If you subtract all debit items, the balancing figure is 19,800. This 19,800 is called surplus or excess of income over expenditure. Excess of income over expenditure, that is a surplus, right? If credit side is more, debit side is less, it is called surplus. Sometimes debit side will be more and credit side will be less. We'll call it as deficit. That's all. This is the income and expenditure account. Now finally it is asking you to make the balance sheet also. This is the balance sheet of charitable trust on 31st December 2017, end of the year. We'll take all the assets and liabilities. First we'll take the assets. Books. The books are purchased during the year for 4,000. See here. Books are purchased during the year for 4,000. Here you can see 4,000. Out of which depreciation on books were 1,000. So 4,000 minus 1,000, it is 3,000. 4,000 minus 1,000, 3,000. Building. During the year, building purchased 68,000. And just now we have provided depreciation 6,800. So 68,000 minus 6,800, 61,200, that is building. Next comes outstanding subscriptions. Books over, building over. Furniture is not there. Beginning of the year furniture was there, but end of the year the furniture was sold away. So we don't have furniture at the end of the year. So we are not writing furniture. Now subscription outstanding, that is an income. That is income receivable. That is an asset. जो चीज आने का है अभी नहीं आई उसको asset treat करेंगे. तो outstanding subscription 15,000. Cash. Receipts and payments account में closing cash already given in the problem 24,600. Here you can see 24,600. This is the closing cash balance. So closing cash balance we have taken 24,600. That's all. So what are the assets? Books, building, outstanding subscription, cash. The total of assets are 1,03,800. Now the liabilities should also be equal, then only we have done correctly. The balance sheet should tally. Now liability side, capital fund. At the beginning of the year, the organization was started with 40,000 cash and 20,000 furniture. The total capital fund at the beginning of the year was 60,000 capital fund. And one point you remember, in trading organization we call it as capital, but non-profit organization we have to call it as capital fund. We should not tell capital, right? Capital fund 60,000. Add surplus 19,800. Just now we got the surplus in income and expenditure account. यहाँ पर 19,800 surplus. That is just like a profit. So surplus at 19,800, 79,800. Subscription received in advance. Remember, outstanding subscription is an asset and subscription received in advance is a liability. So subscription received in advance 5,000. Now legacy, I told you, legacy is the amount which is received by the organization through a will of a deceased person. एक आदमी मरने से पहले अपना विल तैयार करके दिया है कि आफ्टर हिज डेथ ये प्रॉपर्टी ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को दे देना. That is called legacy and it's a non-recurring income. That's why legacy should always be taken on the liability side. Then outstanding rent and outstanding salaries. ये तो बिल्कुल सेम है. What you have done in trading organizations, same is there in non-trading organizations also. Outstanding rent, outstanding salary 2,000 and 1,000. Total is 1,03,800 tallied. Finished. So if you remember all these points, definitely you are going to tally your problem in tomorrow's examination. Working note. Calculation of capital fund at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, cash in hand 40,000, furniture 20,000, total 60,000. That is the capital fund at the beginning of the year. So these are the problems on all the 5 units. So I have done my job for the benefit of the students. I have explained each and every point in detail. So my best wishes to you all regarding tomorrow's examination. Prepare well and coolly go through all the problems which I have explained in detail, apart from the theory questions also. Coolly, one by one, you can do it. Don't be in panic. And in the SIA app, you can find my videos on joint venture, on consignment, bills of exchange, incomplete records, non-profit, all these so many videos we have uploaded. And apart from that, previous year questions, and that means frequently asked questions, all these things, PDF, everything you can find in the app. So you can benefit a lot if you visit, if you watch, if you follow the SIA app. So I wish you all the best for tomorrow's examination. Some chats, I will respond to the queries and chats which have been given by the students. I'll just have a look and we'll come back to the chats. First of all, one student asked, only cost price method, okay, can we skip invoice price? Rarely, 80-90% chance you may get the problem on cost price method, or 10% chance you may get on invoice price method. If you want the detail regarding invoice price, I suggest you go to the app, SIA app. In that app, I have explained in the video regarding this invoice price also. So select that video, watch that at how to solve the problem when it is invoice price. But 90% chance you may get cost price. What is co-venture? Co-venture is just like two ventures are combined. That means at the same time taking up. Actually, it is not co-venture, it is co-venturer. There is a printing mistake there. There is no concept called co-venture. It is joint venture or co-venturer. The co-venturer is the party to the joint venture. Suppose A and B are two persons who have started a joint venture. These two, A and B, are called co-venturers. One student asked, what is joint bank account? Very good question, because previous examination they have asked this. When separate set of books are maintained, the co-venturers will maintain a joint bank account so that all the payments will be made from joint bank account. An amount will be contributed by the co-venturer in the joint bank account. यानी अलग अलग पेमेंट करने के बजाय ए और बी एक जॉइंट बैंक अकाउंट बनाएंगे, ए उसमें कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा, बी भी कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा, जॉइंट बैंक अकाउंट में पैसा रहेगा और जो भी एक्सपेंसेस पे करना है जॉइंट बैंक से पे करेंगे, और जो सेल प्रोसीड जो पैसे आएंगे उसको भी जॉइंट बैंक अकाउंट में रखेंगे. जब वेंचर क्लोज हो जाएगा तो जॉइंट बैंक अकाउंट का पैसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लेंगे को वेंचरर्स. नेक्स्ट, ऑल क्वेश्चन पेपर्स आर सॉल्व्ड इन सिया ऐप. यस, ऑफ कोर्स. One student has asked, all the question papers? Yes, of course, you can benefit a lot from SIA app, because a lot of, pain we have taken in compiling, in analyzing all the questions and put it in the app so that it will be very much helpful to the students. And in what way I can pass? The only way you can pass is just follow the video, just to follow the app and concentrate. Little bit of effort is required. Without applying any effort, it is highly difficult to pass the examination. At least some interest you have to take. Don't think that education is a burden. It's an enjoying process. Explain question paper for 2023. Yes, so many videos I have applied in SIA app, you can see. Working are compulsory. Yes, workings are compulsory. Statement of affair is enough to write long question. Yes, in long questions, statement of affairs are very much required. Any other queries there? Some more queries are there. First one is subscription. Future advance received in current year we should add. Now see here. Subscription received in advance during the current year should be subtracted, and subscription received in advance last year should be added. Example, current year 2018, there is subscription received in advance in 2017 itself. तो वो जो 17 में रिसीव कर लिए थे उसको ऐड कर देंगे करंट ईयर में, और 18 में जो सब्सक्रिप्शन रिसीव इन एडवांस करे वो 19 का था, उसको माइनस कर देंगे. आउटस्टैंडिंग फ्यूचर ऐड और नॉट. Sure, outstanding will be there for income as well as expenses. जो भी आउटस्टैंडिंग सब्सक्रिप्शन रहा तो उसको ऐड करेंगे करंट ईयर का. उसी तरह सैलरी आउटस्टैंडिंग या रेंट आउटस्टैंडिंग रहा तो वो भी ऐड करेंगे. कैन सिया गिव गेस्ट पेपर फॉर FA2? Practical problems never be asked exactly. We are trying our level best in providing, analyzing the previous year question papers and expecting what the questions will be asked in future. But we cannot take the guarantee that 100% this problem will be asked. Can we write the theory in joint venture? Yes, of course you can write the theory in joint venture. Yes. So one student has asked regarding Gauriya, thank you so much, efforts you can make. So how to find out capital fund if in question they didn't mention capital fund? Very good question. Capital fund you can calculate by preparing the statement of affairs, or in this non-profit organizations, capital fund will be calculated by preparing opening balance sheet. Could you please share? Okay. Yes, Bushra. Yes, so I have done my level best to explain you all the 5 units of your financial accounting 2. Hope it will be helpful to you, and I wish you all the best, not only for this FA2 but also all the future coming examination of your BCom. All the best, all the best. Done.
क्या है ये लास्ट मिनट का टेंशन, रिविजन के साथ में भी सॉल्यूशन, और ले लो ये डायरेक्शन,
अल्लाहु अकबर.
बड़े प्रोग्रेशन. छोड़ो वो पेजेस जो कंफ्यूज करे,
अच्छा कंपल कर.
सवाल का जवाब यहाँ पर है. अब सपनों के रास्ते और सामने, उम्मीद के नए आसमान हुए, चमके जो सितारे तुम्हारी किताबों में, नई सुबह शुरू अब तुम्हारे सपनों में. सिया के साथ सफर है सुहाना, दुनिया की हर राह लगे नजर आना. क्या है